Alright guys, so today I'm bringing you a video on my channel. So today guys is going to be a video on how to make a basic base on the Archon Outlands. So pretty much in this video I'm going to be showing you how to pretty much just build a basic base. I've been going around the server quite a lot and seeing people build these really tragic bases, and before you comment on this video thinking you are a pro Outlands, you probably are better than me, but I thought I'd make a little video for people to make for people to watch to see if they can get any help with making their bases, just to make themselves a little bit less raidable and showing them like the rules of base building and just to make them a little bit more protected. If you enjoy this video or if you find it helpful in any way, please leave a like on the video and also subscribe. And if you want to see this in action and you want to see like me actually playing the game fully, go and check out my last video, the 100 days in Outlands video. It's probably one of my best uploads in a long time. If you could go look at it and just watch it and see how you think of it, and it will give you a bit of an understanding if you like the Outlands series and if you just want to play it yourself. And hopefully this video will help you as well. It will help you build a base and be more protective and just give you a bit of a stepping stone as well. But yeah, let's get into the clips and hopefully you enjoy it, and I'll see you in a second. Right, so the first base you are going to get, this is literally the first TC level, which is an 11 by 11 plot, which is 7 high as well. But you're not going to be using the 7 high, you could use it over time. But with this base, it's very like the bare minimum for what you need. So this base is, yeah, it's very basic. Literally, there's nothing really too much about it. All I really got to say, you can design the starter base however you want. You can place the chests wherever you want. You can place furnaces wherever you want, because it's not going to be like this for a long time. You can't really do much with an 11 by 11. But yeah, let's just go inside. Literally, it's plain. You can do whatever you want inside of it. Literally whatever you want. You can place a chest there. It doesn't really matter. You're going to be getting rid of it pretty soon. The thing I really want to emphasize the most is a lot of people don't do this to their base, which is pretty much when you get on the server and you place down your tool cupboard, which is this red wall, you gotta cover the surroundings by having T2 around it, which basically means that people will have to place loads of T4 like C4 to actually raid this base. So for example, they would literally have to use 1, 2, 3, 4 C4 to get to this. And also at the start, when this base is like this, no one's going to be wanting to raid this. If it's not your warehouse base, no one's going to want to raid it anyway, so you don't have to worry about it. You just got to worry about people getting into the chests. And also a really quick tip as well, when you go on the server, when you go on the Outlands for the first time and you're looking for the place to build your base, I would really suggest trying to find a place where it has a little bit of like a level up of this, but it has to be completely flat on the other side. So bases on the Archon Outlands have to be 50% raidable. And what do I mean by that? Basically, bases on the Archon have to pretty much be raidable from 2 sides. You can't break grass blocks. So for example, if you had this, that would be unraidable because you can't raid from up top, you have to raid from the side. So this would be unraidable even if you had a little bit of a dip in the floor. So if you had something like this, and then even if you placed all this with T2, that is still unraidable. So you can't be like that, it has to be in the open for your base to get basically removed. So if your base does get found being unraidable, any more than 50% raidable, your base will get removed. So yeah, something that you want to do, have an open floor like that, and all you want to do is just like place it so you can basically get raided from that side and you can get raided from that side. If the floor is completely full on this side, that's absolutely fine. Just make sure there's 2 open ways where you can get raided from, and your base will be absolutely fine. And the best thing about this is that it saves you so many blocks when you want to upgrade your base to like T5 or T4, so the floor, it just makes it even harder to raid your base. You won't have to spend any T5 blocks or T4 blocks on this side, you'll just have to spend it on this side. Also, for easy access into your base, you never want to leave your tool cupboard open. That is the reason why we surround it with all these blocks, is so that people have to use C4 to get to the center and to get into here and basically click on the base and pretty much raid the TC and get your points, or just destroy your base as a whole. So what you want to do to prevent this is just get yourself an iron door or a wooden door, whichever one you can really get. I would suggest an iron door as it does cost more C4 to get it. But yeah, you just place it down that and your it just basically acts as a block, and also you can easily go in and out, and you know, if you've got a warehouse TC, you can easily put stuff into your warehouse, and it's just easily in and out, so you don't have to keep breaking blocks to get out and stuff like that. So yeah, hopefully that helps. But yeah, on to the next base. I'm only going to show you 3 versions of this, because after a while it just gets to the point where you just upgrade your base. On the outside you just add more layers, you just literally just add more floor layer, you just add more wall layers, just to make it even beefier, because this is more of like a solo clan. If you're playing by yourself, you can make this a little bit different if you're playing in a clan of like 2 or 3 or 4, but clans on Outlands are very small as it is. So this is TC level 2, which basically gives you a 15 by 15 plot, which is also 9 high, but like I said in the last one, you won't actually need to use all that. It's just you can, because on this server you can't raid downwards, you can only raid from the side walls. I just want to say as well, before we actually check out this base, this is my personal preference. If you don't like this base design, it's absolutely fine. This is just a base design that I like a lot. It's very secure, it's very annoying to raid as well, so a lot of people, when they do, annoyingly, it's against the rules, but well down the base, they'll see that it's not worth it. They will probably most likely not raid you unless they are a top clan. They won't try and raid you unless you have a lot of warehouse points. But yeah, let's get back into actually checking out the base. So yeah, this is the TC level 2 one, and just saying, it's gonna have a lot of doors. I'm really sorry about it. I'm just gonna break basically all the doors. So already you have about 4 doors here, which is just extra secure. Yes, they could raid from the side, but either way they're going to need to raid through that. Make sure your doors are not wooden, even though it does take a long time. People can break through your doors. If they are wood, they can just break it with an axe. They don't need to use any C4 at all. So make sure you use iron doors at a minimum. You can use spruce doors, or you can use the titanium doors if you really need to, but I really wouldn't. I would save those for your lockers. So yeah, those iron doors would be there. I just destroyed them now because I can't actually open them as I am in creative. But yeah, you have in here, which is just a room. You can place a bed in here, you can place just a few chests in here. It's just, I made this little room just to have it so the outer core of the freaking base would be able to be actually the main design. So as that door would be there, you want to basically place the door there. The reason behind having so many doors on like all these walls is so that people would have to use more C4 to get to a certain point in your base. If someone wanted to get into this locker here, they would have to destroy all these doors just to get to this one locker. Or they can raid from the outside, but honestly it will probably be about the same amount of C4. So if they actually do get inside your base and they're like, oh yes, I'm in the base, easy raid, they would have to destroy all these doors along here just to get to this one, because as you see, this does not count as one block. This is a non-existent block because there is a door here and a door there in the same block pretty much. So if someone wanted to place a C4, you can't. Like for example with this, I've got a C4 in my hand, technically it's just TNT. Place it, you can't place it at all, so people will not be able to place a C4 here and raid this door. They would have to break every single door to be able to place a C4 on the door. So as you see, I just have a bunch of lockers. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 lockers in this base, which all have 3 dubs in each one, which is completely enough. Like, you don't actually need that many, especially when your base is a warehouse. You just store all your ores, like your stone, your iron, everything like that, just in your warehouse, so it frees up a lot of space. So the only things that you're going to be needing in your chests are stuff like armor, guns, blocks, stuff like that, like stuff that you can't put into your warehouse. So having this amount of chests, you don't need that many. It is absolutely fine having just a few lockers. And then also over here, as if you are a low rank or you don't have instant furnace or anything like that, or auto furnace, whatever it's called, you'll need a furnace room. So I just placed this here, which does align up with this here. It just adds an extra wall as well, so if people wanted to get past here, they would still have to raid these to get into here, unless it's this one. But there's usually a door here anyway, which I placed there, so it basically means they would have to break all these doors, or at least one of them, to get into here. But at the end of the day, it's a furnace room. I just added it for extra protection. You could even log off in here, and it could be an AFK room as well. Also over here, this is a little room that you can have for your airplanes or your helicopters or whatever you want to put in here, or you can just have easy access from out here if you want to put your bikes in. Basically there's a little room where you can fly in and out and just safely store your helis and everything like that, so they don't get nabbed, because if you just leave it in the open, it's kind of annoying to get it into your main base. It's always nice to have a little slot in your base where you can just put your helis and stuff nice and safely. And in all honesty, the last TC level that I'm going to be doing, which is just the TC level 3, obviously you can pretty much build that one and just keep adding layers. But what I suggest for building this one is every single time you build out a layer, destroy this and just extend it out to the edge, just so you can have the doors on the final edge. And yeah, it's pretty good. And also what you can do is, if you do have a pass chest, place a pass chest here. As if you get a pass chest, that basically means that they would have to raid all these blocks here, every single bloody one of them, just to get to this little pass chest, which will have your safest items. They have to raid from each side. It is completely allowed, and it just basically means that people are going to have to spend extra C4 on getting to this pass chest, which you can just basically store all your best items in. This is the TC level 2 design, which is basically the main design without the roof on, just so you can see pretty much the outline of the base on how to make it. It's pretty much how you do the start of this base. Just how do you start off the core of the base is that you just pretty much just do a 3x3 on each side, creating a little box just so you can like have your little inside room. So you have your front door here, and all you gotta do is just place doors along the walls like this, and then find the edge of this where like the middle is, and just place a door, and this is going to be your first chest room. You do that on every single side apart from where the main door is, and then every other locker is 3 blocks aside, just so you have 2 gaps in between. So the reason of doing that is because if you have 2 lockers here, you would basically be able to get into both lockers with just using the same amount of C4. Because if you just place a C4 here, it would blow up both doors, which would lead to you pretty much just being able to get into both chest rooms. If you watch the end of my video on 100 days, you can see this as an example, just so that like the base was actually a super huge base, but they made their chest lockers like this, and I was able to raid 2 lockers with just 1 C4. But if you make it like this, it makes it 2 gaps, so if I placed a C4 here, it would break this block as well, and it would break this, but it wouldn't break this, so they'd have to use 2 C4. Yes, it does make you have less storage. I'd rather have less storage and more safe than have loads of chests that are easily raidable. But yeah, anyway guys, hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, and if you did find it helpful and you did learn something from this video, or if you just liked the video in general, if you thought it was just nice to have a helpful video out there, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And yeah guys, if you want me to do another video like this, I've got some other ideas. Some of my clan members are really good at the game, and they've been saying, oh, I can show you a trap base that I can do. If you want me to show you a really good trap base that you can make, leave a like on the video and just let me know down below, or just leave a like on the video, and if we get to like, I don't know, 50 likes, I will do it, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, you have a nice rest of your day guys. I'll see you in the next one. Leave a like on the video, subscribe and comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.